I started here as superintendent, we thought about what are the things that kids are going to need in the 21st century. And we produce what we call the Portrait of a Graduate, which is all about what are the skills, mindsets, and dispositions that kids are going to need to be competitive in this new era. And so the last 2 years, we've been working very diligently on that. But at the same time that the teaching and learning is coming up to 21st century standard, we need a 21st century building. Our buildings have an average age of 67.8 years old. They have outlived their usefulness in many ways. And so what we're proposing now is a 21st century educational space for Belper City Schools for our students and to prepare them to enter into the workforce.
We are really launching an initiative with all of our teachers to work on project-based learning to get the students, out of the desk, out of that textbook and paper kind of mode, into more collaborative and active learning.
So think about the needs of a 20th century learner. In many ways, the ways that we designed schools were for factories. Kids in rows, bells that rang to tell students when to go from point A to point B, a lot of structure. And the reality is that's not the economy that students are entering into. We know that 60 to 70% of jobs are going to be service-based. And to be a service-based employee, you need different skill sets in that. It's not about being told where to be and what to do. You have to be able to improvise and provide a level of customer care, of communication, of empathy. And so the structure and systems in a school have to match that. And so from a facility standpoint, we have to make sure that we have more collaborative space in our buildings, opportunities for students to get up, move around, and interact with their peers.
They had space to move in places where they could collaborate without it being so distracting for them and to others. I think it would really impact how actively they were willing to work on the learning that they have in front of them.
I hear from a lot of bosses now that some of even our best and brightest that leave aren't good at collaborating, and they aren't good at working together as a team. And they're telling me that's the whole game right now. The whole game is my ability not to regurgitate what I know, but to use what I know in a team to solve a problem. And so if that's what we want, our buildings have to look dramatically different, because it's not about sitting in rows and moving when the bell rings. It's about becoming self-reliant, becoming a communicator, a problem solver, and putting all of this stuff together. And that's what we need.